Hi, this is Jessica Wabbit, and I'm here with a reality check TV. Hi, this is Shell here with another edition of Women of Passion. This month is May, and we have Jessica Wabbit Burke, and I just love to say her name, and actually, I just love everything about you. In this segment, we're going to highlight you, the producer, and the kind of the history around why you chose this path. In the next segment, we're going to talk about your art side, and then at the end, of course, that's your time to just thank all those people that have brought you to where you are, right? And, you know, also, you know, shout outs to potential sponsors or anybody that has sponsored you in the past, but producer hat, take us back to the beginning. Let's talk about some of the history with your family and how that was your first attraction.
Growing up, you know, when I was in my mother's belly, my dad is a musician, so so the household grew up with band practice in the living room. Literally, you know, things. There was a couple of times where a couple things fell off the wall because it's rattling from the bass or whatever.
So you had a happy like music home, yeah?
Oh yeah, my mom sings, and then I was in a band in my early 20s, which is really embarrassing. But yeah, my mom's an artist and she's a writer, and my dad also writes as well.
So you were encouraged. So when you were told go to your room or whatever, quiet time, it was like, you know, encouraged to like express yourself. That's awesome.
I was never told to go to my room.
She was perfect. What am I saying? The wooden spoon.
Yeah. Don't want to say that anymore. Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah.
So you started a band. So that was your first kind of, okay, so I know we're going to talk about the production side of you. Yeah. So your first experience, you had the front scenes of it. So behind the scenes would be the person that booked the show. But so when you were in a band, so I guess you probably saw some gigs that didn't get produced right, and you thought, oh, maybe I could do it better.
Honestly, I was so young and like naive. I mean, I started singing worship in a church.
But
the worship band, honestly, it sounds dorky, but it was just very good music. It was awesome, and I sung a lot with my dad up there, and I did some solos and things like that.
Sure.
And so then I was like, I got some friends from church too, and I said, let's put a band together. So we didn't really take it seriously. We were just having fun. And
but you were expressing your,
totally.
getting it out there.
Being up there and just behind a microphone was really vulnerable. Without having a guitar to hide behind or something.
So you did some gigs, and then take us to what was the first show you produced where you said, you know what, I'm gonna go to a venue, and how do you do that? You know what I mean? What was it? How about just like when you got what's the first band you booked?
Oh, God.
Do you remember?
Oh, well,
because you book a lot. I mean,
I've slowed down a little bit though. I just want to, But anyways, the first one would have been Starlight Lounge, and how that came about. We were just at the bar at a mixer, and ended up talking to, like the owner and the chef and stuff like that. And they said, you know what, we need a booker here. We need somebody to bring music in here.
Yeah.
And is this something that you'd want to do? And I'm like, yeah, why not?
Why not?
And I was doing a little bit with Lisa before.
Sure.
Altars. And so, we just started booking about once a month once a month there, second Saturdays. And so the first band, I can't tell you, honestly.
But so you booked them, and then it was like, okay, this was just, it was like good, and then you just kind of, how do they find you? So they,
well, honestly, okay, so.
Word of mouth, I bet.
Right. Well, it's just, I go out a lot, so I'm always at shows anyway. And majority of my friends are in bands, and like really good ones. Being serious, and my boyfriend's in Journal, an awesome band.
I wasn't sure if we were going to bring up the boyfriend or not, but I was going to say she's sleeping with somebody in a band, but I don't know if she wants to talk about that. But he's adorable, and
I think about sometimes I'm in there with him, I'm just like, oh my god, he's so like badass, he's so hot, he's so good at the guitar, he's so good on stage, and I'm like laying here next to him. But anyways,
that's the groupie love side of you, but actually no, that's the real side of you.
Yeah. But no, I just started thinking.
So you booked his band a lot?
No, I've actually
You're like, play my gig, please.
Yeah, we have like. Yeah,
I'll sleep with you tonight for payment. No.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That's funny. But no, I just was like, I'll put some shows together and book my friends and like let's be fun. And I was always already kind of promoting. I have that personality. I just loved the thing that when people say support local.
Yeah.
It's to me, I get what they're saying, but it's like. Don't just support it because it's local. Support it because it's good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if we don't like your band, people aren't gonna come to it. That's just how it is. So,
Right, and you give them like, you know, advice as much as you can versus saying I don't like you. A lot of times I might not like the style, but somebody else does. For everything that I don't like, there's somebody that's like you're a god. You know?
Totally.
Like I don't get it, but cool.
But cool, it works. Meet, connect, make things happen. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry. That was my.
You know what? Do that. Okay, every time take a drink, right? Okay, now we said our blue popped out, right?
Yes.
Take a drink.
Hey, I like this.
All right.
That happened a lot more.
All right, I must have moved. Okay, I can't move. This is all an illusion. Okay, I don't even know. My dresser, she left. You know.
Yeah. Well.
Okay, so what's coming up here in June or July? Let's highlight a couple events throughout the summer for for our enjoyment.
Yeah. June, I'm actually pretty excited about because I've been wanting to reach out a little bit more, some different venues, and just build some good relationships.
Yeah.
And
so you can hang your hat at multiple places because sometimes the place you want to do is booked. Hello, you got to go somewhere else.
You got to have options.
Yeah,
exactly. And then there's just different vibes at different venues. Can, offer different styles of music. But anyways, so I have June 20th, my first show at Press Club, which I'm excited about.
Yay! So let's
put
June 20th. Can you highlight who's going to be on it?
Yeah. So far it's Imbibed by the Quasar. A friend of mine in that band contacted me. He's also in Bispora too, which is a really good band.
Oh yeah, I've heard of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I said, hey, you just want to help me put a show together? And I said, yeah. Press Club was the spot, and I'm like, that's cool because I've been wanting to do something.
I love the Press Club. It's cool. It's groovy.
Cool.
It's got its groovy vibe.
It does. And then Symbolic, which are some really cool guys too. Love their music. They just hopped on today. So that's cool. And I have.
Speaking on the hop on.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'm so.
I didn't mean to say that. That's so cheesy. Like,
no.
Hashtag.
I loved when you started that. And do you have the T-shirt ready?
Not yet.
Not yet.
But I do have a friend, Eric, who is the owner of Warehouse 65.
Mm-hmm.
Reach out if you guys need, merch.
We'll talk about Eric. We're gonna highlight Eric in the end. Yeah, because he's gonna be one of your people, right?
Yes, and the shirts will come into play then.
But please, let's highlight right now the hop on thing because that's an actual page that you can just talk about at the last minute if a band like let's say cancels and it's okay, have somebody in the reserves that's willing to hop on.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Well, I did it kind of because there were a lot of situations obviously where you're trying to find a band and. You just can't, anyways, you're crunching for time.
You need that fourth band or that third band to make it.
Yeah, or if one, for good reasons they fall off the show or something. Sure. Like, so anyways, it was as an experiment. I've never done a group Facebook face page.
Sure.
Book face, that's funny. And so I'm like, I'll just try it for an experiment. And then I was like thinking it's kind of broad. So I'm like, if you want to, anybody who's looking for media coverage, venues, if you're looking for what bookers are in certain areas, if you're looking for bands, if you're looking for photographers, blah, blah, blah. It's a time for share your pages here and connect.
Absolutely.
That's what really is key, obviously. I'm just speaking a no-brainer, but just building, networking, but building healthy, good relationships.
Because of your value system and because of your thought process, that's one of the reasons why I picked you to be one of my women of passion. You're a true essence of cross promotion. You don't, you just everything. It doesn't matter. You're always calling in my newsfeed in a good way, and I see that you share other people's stuff and you're consistent, and that's important. Your efforts do not go unnoticed, and just keep doing that and stuff. And I love your concept. When you came up with that, I'm like, oh, I would so wear the T-shirt. And because there's people from the Bay Area that they don't know anyone up here.
Exactly.
So how can they sell tickets? How can they sell all these things? But if you call them and say, "Can you be one of my hop on people?"
Totally.
They might just make and then that would be their break to Sacramento, right?
It's about positive, healthy exposure.
So that's really cool. I would love to hear some follow up stuff if you ever had like a cool story on one of your hop ons.
Totally, yeah.
That would be fun.
It's been fun, but I like your idea, hopon.com. So I'm hoping no one steals that idea now.
Well, if they do,
just remember,
Yeah, it's exclusive here. If you steal it, you're a poser, So we're going to end on that note. This is your production side. We know that you are not only a natural talent, but you were, kind of raised in the business.
Oh, yeah.
And so that's really important. When we come back, you're going to be changed, of course, because that's our little thing, And we're going to talk about your art.
Yay. Awesome.
Are you ready? I'm ready.
I'm so ready.
Woo! Segment number 2. This is the artist side, and this is actually your true side. Let's first of all, what are you wearing?
What I'm wearing, ladies and gentlemen, is a little dress from Old Navy.
I love the with birds? Is it like,
I think they're doves.
Is it a dove?
Oh yeah.
It's got to be a dove. It's a freedom thing.
It is.
Doves are a blue dove.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of cute.
Yeah.
I like it.
I like
and
it.
I like how you changed your hair.
Thanks.
And I love your earrings. Is that a special piece?
No, I found these at an estate sale.
Oh no, so
Yes.
it's somebody's an estate
So it's
sale.
somebody's
So it has some good mojo.
treasures.
Yeah, I love
the
that.
person's probably dead, so it's probably like a dead person's earrings.
So you're an artist and you go to estate sales. Did you look it up is that like one of the things you do? I used to do that in the past life.
Oh, it's fun.
And I haven't in a long time. I've been talking about going to garage sales, but
it's
forget
so
that garage sale.
fun.
I'm going to go straight to estate
Do
sale.
it, and you can like there's so many things that you can like repurpose and use. But no, my boyfriend and I we ran a couple estate sales, so we had the first kind of.
Oh, you got a first
like,
peek, huh?
Beep.
You're like,
It's
okay,
very hard,
nobody's
yeah.
going to want this.
Oh yeah, nobody.
No.
They're just awful.
Okay, we talked about some things earlier in, not the first little like, look, mommy, I made a stick figure, not your first art piece. But when you said, you know what, I feel like I am an artist. I feel like this is art. Take me back to that time and maybe just talk about that piece. And do you have a picture of it?
Yeah.
Good.
I do.
So we can talk. So we can prove.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, that would be.
Okay. So talk about that piece.
It's kind of.
And
funny.
how did you make it? Yeah, the history.
Well, it's kind of funny. I'll try and keep it short, but
Okay.
I had no clue what piece I was going to say. I'm like racking my brain. I'm like, that'll just come to me. And yeah, bing. So it was back in, I don't know, like 20 or something in college. And it was I took an art history class, and the teacher was really into doing like this mixed collage kind of work. And from far away, I was just like, that is so freaking cool. What is that? Up close, you're like, oh, it's just random kind of, it was just so neat. So she gave us a project note of what to do. And mine got chosen to be in the school museum, like an art museum. And then some director.
You're like, me?
Yeah, I was like, ooh, okay, that's cool. I'm like, it's just, so yeah, no, it's titled Torn.
Torn.
So, and it's of two people, like one body, like, two legs. And then two different upper torsos pulling away from each other, but they're still holding on as if they don't want to let go. But it's like you're fighting with your,
That's really cool.
Yeah.
How long did it take to make that?
Oh, wow. Like, honestly, that's so long ago. Like 5 years ago.
Yeah, but I mean, it just took a while.
Oh yeah, totally, yeah.
That's great. That's awesome. I can't wait to see that. So you can look for that.
Yeah.
So then you did that, and then you got highlighted, and we talked about the music and the producing part, but you've had art influence in your life throughout your life. Yes, with your mother is an artist.
My
What
dad
kind of
actually
art?
is
Or your
too.
dad is paint artist, sculpture?
Okay, that's a good question. Yeah. My mom, not only is she like, this is not the hands-on. Well, actually, it is. She's a writer. She's so good.
Mm-hmm.
So
she has the mental art, because
right.
I actually am a writer, so I understand the visionary part.
Totally.
But to be able to write and then to be able to capture that,
totally.
That's a whole other level.
That's a whole different, yeah.
Yeah.
But then she's an illustrator, she's a painter.
Okay.
She works a lot with watercolors and like illustrating and stuff. And her stuff's so good.
Nice.
But, she sings, plays the piano, all that stuff. But yeah, I was raised with that, and my dad done that psychedelic kind of art. Back in the days, just kind of that artsy.
So you have a really unique way of doing your art. At first you see pictures on Facebook, so you think that it's oil paint or something, and then when you go and see the actual piece, you're like, oh, this is like raw material. Mm-hmm. And so take me through that process. You go to a junkyard, or you're just always looking, like you're always, are you dumpster diving all the time? I mean, come on.
There are times that I have actually
you're like, why did they go this way?
And push some shit to the side, because I saw like this old canvas that was had, I'm like, oh, I can repaint that. Oh, that's awesome, because that stuff's expensive.
Yeah.
And it's just cool to, obviously to recycle. It's just neat. So it's like somebody else has had that memory of painting that, and then you're kind of.
One of our friends, we always advertise our sponsors, and we're going to talk about that in the next segment, and the sponsors. But Hellraiser guy, he canvas is expensive, and so he's always saying, I'll use anything. If there's an old piece of board on the side, he'll make a canvas out of anything.
Totally.
And,
well, let me say this real fast. It's so cool. It's why I love. Part of the reasons why I really love Midtown is just. I actually purposely, if I'm riding my bike or I go down the alleys, because that's where people don't throw stuff out that's garbage, that too. But they're putting furniture out there they're just bored with or whatever.
Sure.
And so there's like some old vintage stuff. And I remember this one time there was like old, this weird coffee table thing. And I'm like, ooh, that looks very heavy, but I want that. And I just dragged it over, to my apartment, whatever.
You like sometimes look like a homeless person. You're like, I got my bike.
I got it. They want it, and I have it. Yeah. So it's. But yeah, I just find like beating it apart and just using all the pieces, because there was a lot of really neat detail
that's
to it.
really Okay, for me, I feel that you're really brave because that's kind of something that I want to do. You know what I mean? Like I don't, I've painted stuff and I've like actually painted a table or whatever, but to go to break something apart and be like barbarian about it and then build something from it, that's a whole nother level too, and that's cool.
Yeah, and I think
Have you taken real classes or is it all natural?
What?
Self-taught. Are you completely self-taught to your family, or did you actually do any degrees or anything?
Oh no, I wish. I always wanted to go to art college.
Man, someday. You're young.
No, I don't think I really need it anymore. Like, anyways.
You don't need the certificate in the frame.
Right. I need the schooling, the lessons, and the learning because I'm still like at this point I'm like I don't even really know like what I'm doing. I'm like, this looks good here. Just try this and. Yeah.
You know what? Any kind of training, right? Just take a seminar in Hawaii or Vegas sometime, huh?
Yeah,
just take a 3-day course, right? You don't have to make it all like a certificate.
That's true. Yeah. No, but I just kind of just go with the flow. A lot of times I don't even know what I'm going to do in the beginning, and then I look at it, I'm like, this is really crazy.
What's the first time that you did your first call it like your big show? Take me back to that moment where you were like, hey, we really like you, or you said, hey, I got 20 pieces now. I feel like I can have an art exhibit. Was it on a second Saturday or a private club?
It was, and I know what everyone's going to think, Spanish Fly Hair Garage on J Street downtown.
No, that's cool.
No,
so I've never been there, but do they have a good open area or something?
Oh, totally. Oh, it's a beautiful place. Yeah. And
okay, we'll link that up.
Definitely. Yeah. A lot of people there, they're all artists, type-minded people, and musicians, and they're just super fun. Yeah, I love art on the walls all the time. But anyways, Shannon, one of the owners, I told her I wanted to show up my art. It's the first time doing that, and kind of scary. And if you know her, and she's awesome, and if she doesn't like my art, she's not going to hang it just because my boyfriend works there, okay?
Right, because she loves you, and
and she's not going to be fake like that, Yeah. So when she said so it made it more special. So thank you, Shannon. But I showed it there for I think 5 weeks or something, and then I'm like, well, that's really fun, and
you've showed it at different places throughout the town. So how long have you been doing that? For the last 2 or 3 years?
Oh no, this is all new. This is all
new.
Yeah, I've always done art stuff, but I've never taken it to that level. And I put so much time into the music side of the world because that's also very important to me.
So you just decided, okay, I'm going to show a different side.
Yeah, and I'm just and I just started
So when's your album coming out then, right? She's a trifecta.
That's the next journey.
That's next year.
Why not? Backup vocalist.
Oh, you'll have to come back next year and then maybe see where you're at. We have to continue that because you're definitely a trifecta in the making for sure.
I'm all pregnant. You're I'm just miserable.
You heard that, Tony. Next year she's pregnant. Okay. Anyway. So, he's giving us a wrap here soon. But the Cafe Colonial is another place that you highlight your stuff. Now, so you highlight it a lot of different places throughout the town. Give us your website as far as you're debuting your art, okay? And it's another site. I know you have multiple pages. Don't panic, people. There's one more that she has.
But I know. And
you're gonna launch the title and all that soon, right? Or
it's out right now. Just Google Facebook Wabbit Art. So for now, I think it's gonna stick. The 50th person, the 50th like. I want to be able to say hello, be my guest, and come to a show of your choice in the future.
Oh, that's awesome.
Just like it and shoot me a little message too if you'd like.
And you're interactive with your stuff, so you'll talk if they give you I love your stuff. And
oh, definitely. And there's times too it takes me a little bit longer to get back to messages because obviously I am only one person, but I will get to you definitely. So
all right. Well, when we come back, we're gonna take the opportunity to have her pick out one of these shells, and we're also going to talk about some sponsorship that she's had in the past and some stuff in the future, so stay tuned for that. And we're back. This is the final segment, the Women of Passion, and we have Jessica Wabbit.
Hello.
I just love to say her name. And before we get into the meat of it, how many colors of hair have you had in your life? This is real quick, random surface.
There's been a lot.
Yeah, have you had? Better. What color have you not had?
Well, I haven't had anything pink or.
Yeah, you haven't done the mermaid look or anything like that, no.
Or the weird what do you call it, ombre or I don't know the terms, trendy term.
But you've done every solid color,
or
every kind of
haul. You've
done all the chunks. You've done every trend.
Black, blonde. It's fun.
Yeah, it is fun.
And I'm a fan of wigs.
I am too.
Until it becomes a little bit more, I guess, social.
Did we talk about that earlier?
We
Let's just
did.
bring it out. Is our fantasy to have open up a closet and just be
totally.
like, whoa, Liberace and shit,
have,
like
just
every
different style of stuff.
every
It's
mood?
like,
Can you imagine?
Because when you paint a picture, because you've done that before too, it's like you paint to your mood.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't really know exactly what I want to do when I'm doing it. Some artists do, which is cool, and I'm like, wow, how do you do that? Because I have no clue.
Yeah.
But anyways, back to
that. Okay, so this is our last little part to say, you know, thank you, and you inspired me, and there was a time, and there was some couple people that have maybe like endorsed you over the years, or you know, just supported you. Maybe talk about them right now.
Yeah. Endorsed. That's like it makes sense too, but like support just sounds more warm, you know. But yeah, like you said.
Well, endorse is a strong word. Okay, we're going to talk about that in a minute, but as far as supporting you and sponsoring you and just saying, hey, your art.
No, I totally get what you're saying, yeah. No, there's been just through what I'm doing, and I just love meeting people so much. Even the weirdos, they're just all just so interesting. I love everything. So just through the years of putting myself out there, I've met a lot of interesting people.
And they come alongside you and say, hey, we're going to do this. Some of the people that, like, started stuff for you, like Vanessa at the cafe.
Yes.
She's sponsored events for you where you were able to hang your art up and stuff, which is great.
She was my second place where I was able, she welcomed my art, and she gave me little warm compliments.
How did you have it there? Do you get it at the cafe? Do you get it for like 2 weeks? Or how does it work? Because I know, or is it once a week features? I'm not sure.
No, it needs to do it more. It's hard to put up. But I think it was like month or two.
Okay. Oh, okay.
I don't know.
It just depends, but they offer at least a minimum of that. That's wonderful because it is a lot to put it all up. Right. The next person's like, I only got 3 days. She didn't love me. Yeah. You got 16 weeks. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So that was totally awesome. That was my second experience. So again, it was just very like kind of vulnerable feeling and like but it was just I felt.
Have you ever thought about soliciting anything like maybe putting some of your more familiar pieces, not so much of your randoms but some of the stuff that you can maybe think this is something I could market. Have you ever thought about putting that on a coffee cup or something,
totally.
or a tabletop book or a T-shirt? I don't know. I'd wear your art because I've seen some of your stuff and it's kind of. I want the dark stuff. I want something like really wicked, and I would just I would totally sport that.
Yeah,
I would have a purse with your stuff on it. Like I would put a piece of your artwork on.
Like a piece?
Yeah, even a canvas bag or a jean jacket. I don't know. I would.
Well, I have made. It's called
Work harder.
There's like this Zazzle.com or something.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, I'm gonna send in my stuff and make some cards, and I'm gonna try and
sell
them. And
cards with because you're a
gift
writer
cards and stuff.
Your mom could write for you.
I know.
Incorporate your art in her writing.
Oh yeah. I mean, there's so many ways you can incorporate so many different people. There's so many ways. But anyways, yeah. No, I thought about that, and I have a sweater that I have a cut out this dorky shirt my friend gave me, and it was kind of like a ghetto, white ghetto kind of shirt looking thing. And I'm like, I can do something with that. So I cut it out, whatever, and painted on it, sewed some patches on it. Made a patch
do you do
out
that?
of
So
it,
you
put it
have
back in my
paint.
sweater.
I'm saying this is somebody that doesn't know. So there's special paint you can wash, or no? You just
I
never
don't know.
wash it.
Oh no! It's no. Well, actually, okay, take that back. No, it was markers.
Okay, so paint with markers.
Markers.
But yeah, so it's
old vintage material. And I sewed it out and recreated it, and totally is cool. And thread. I did embroidery on it, and safety pinned it on. Anyways, whatever. Blobbity bloobity. But you, are we gonna talk your art piece over there?
Oh, you want to talk about? I forgot about that. All right. Okay.
Well,
okay. So here's the deal.
And this wasn't just conveniently there. I saw that.
No. Okay. So I want to know what you think. Hey, they asked us to draw trees. Third time painting, so it's not like a critique. Like you suck. Okay. It's. What do you think? Okay. This is supposed to be. Trees?
Should you show?
Should I show them?
Well, anyways.
Okay, so here we go.
Just get a little.
Okay, so here. So it's supposed to be trees with some form of flower, right? But I couldn't get the tree right, okay? And so then after we did it, my mom said, well, maybe it died and all the goodness fell to the earth.
Oh, okay, now it makes sense now that I see it. Okay.
Okay, and so... And that, once I didn't mean to do that, but that's more me. I tried to do this. I tried hard to do this, and it never felt right.
Interesting.
It never felt right to me, and then when I turned it upside down, it made sense to me. So tell me you've done that before, right?
Oh, yeah.
So what is that?
I don't know. I want to touch on this real quick because I think it's interesting.
Yeah.
I'll do these like weird, just little doodle things, but I'll like kind of just like really fast, randomly, not even trying to do anything, and then I like. Ooh, and I like create these weird characters, and people are like, "Whoa, what are you taking to draw that?"
Yeah.
They're like 2 faces out of whatever. It's totally bizarre, weird shit, but like it's just fun. Just
they're like, stuff. You're like, "Are you okay?"
Yeah, I'm
fine.
I'm fucking hella cool, man. Like, look at
I
this
slept
shit.
good last night. Whatever I can eat.
Look at this story it's telling. But this is cool though, because the roots we're focusing more on when it was reversed instead of the trunk.
Yeah.
So maybe it was subconscious, I'm sure. But then you reverse it, the roots are almost as equal as what you would think the branch is reaching up to the sky. So they're both equally like as important, obviously and strong, even though.
So do you see some strength?
Yeah. No, I like how dark. I like the colors.
I like the
colors
darkness too.
I think you should do that more.
Okay,
but I think that's neat. The reverse though.
So
too.
that's my little art thing. So thanks for that.
Yeah,
so it's not.
But
weird.
I don't really know what I'm doing either. So I mean. That's
So when it comes to enveloping the producer in you, the getting the bands together, what do you call it? The promoter. I call it producer. I don't know, promoter.
Yeah.
You're an artist, a musician yourself. You are an actual artist, self-taught, and also emulated from your family too. I feel like it's genetic, but you're also self-taught, because a lot of times we can get stuff genetically, but then we never do nothing with our.
Right.
You don't expand on that. And, I know it's hard to name drop, you know what I mean? Like, okay, what do you mean sponsor and endorse and stuff? Mm-hmm. Here at Reality Check, we do Band of the Year, okay? And we are changing our theme and stuff. What little segments we do, of course, is Women of Passion. But we would like to endorse you as an artist, okay? We would. What endorse means for us is that, when you have an art exhibit next time, Reality Check's going to come out if possible. Like if it meets with coordinates, of course, if we're, having another show, we're not going to be like, sorry, Jessica's but if it works out, tell us and stuff, and so we would like to offer that to you, and that's a form of endorsement, because we want to say that we think you're fantastic. And so is there a piece maybe that, you could I was going to say you could highlight the future, but how about this? We didn't talk about this, right?
Oh, yes.
Let's end it with
the
this.
Shells. Oh, do I need to mention people first before I end it?
Yes.
Should I do that?
Yes.
While I'm
mention your people.
I'll
do you
do
never
it while
know?
I'm
Okay, your
sealing
people.
My shells.
Okay, how many people?
No, but
just mention them all.
No,
as
and these are
you
people
can.
that I would consider friends. People that I shout out sounds so like cheesy. Like I'm giving my shout outs, my S.
Say them slow. We're gonna roll them up. Okay.
Yo, break it down. But no. Seriously though, my first experience doing shows was with Lisa Walters of Sounds of NorCal. Yeah. And Kevin Graft, I met her through him, which was a friend already.
He's an amazing photographer.
Oh yeah. Oh dude, check out his
who
stuff.
doesn't know that name, right?
Incredible, like big shot types. Whatever. Anyways, met him at a metal show at Boardwalk. Anyways, went from there. So I learned some things from her because it was the first time me ever doing this.
Sure.
Is that correct English? Me ever doing this?
Yeah, it's
that I have ever done this. But so then through her I met some people. But I do want to say my boyfriend Tony, not to be all cheesy and everything, but honestly he has been the biggest support. Always super supportive. I really appreciate that so much. So thank you. And then Eric from Warehouse 65, super cool guy. Check him out. Just Google Warehouse 65 on Facebook. Yeah. Or the internet.
Do your research, people. Don't be fucking lazy, okay? Do I got a .com everything for you?
Right, like this lady said.
Okay,
high five.
Yeah.
And then Gabby from Blue Lamp.
Yeah, Blue Lamp.
She's given me the opportunity to, I booked my first show ever solo there.
And then your open mic?
Yeah, and she said, hey, would you like to do open mic on Mondays? And I said, frick yeah. So I host it while I bartend it. So it's challenging and fun, and I'm learning. But it's every Monday at 7:30, so come. But there's so many other people, I don't know. But,
There's, over the years, and you take pictures with a lot of people. You're very kind, and you give the appropriate amount of attention, and then you give that extra little bit sometimes too. And I think you make people feel special. You do.
I try, but I think with me just posting so much, that's why I just got the business Facebook page. Yeah. So I'll spam that more, guys, and hopefully, But anyways, thanks for.
Okay, so we're getting the hard wrap. So what we do here is we started this last segment. So the women that I did the Women of Passion for that didn't get a shell, you can come back and get a shell. I'm sorry, I didn't get these shells until then, and so these are special to me. They're from Santa Cruz, and so I was gonna have you pick one piece, but I think you should pick two because I'm gonna be
really?
selfish because I
Only
want you to
two?
make one.
No, we have to make it.
No, because I feel like you can make one for you and one for me.
Totally. Well,
Okay, and that'll be our thing. We'll
yes.
wear it sometimes. We'll be twinsies. So
Oh,
out of these,
totally.
what do you
Yeah.
think? You have to take it down on
really-
camera so we know it's legit.
Okay.
You have to
This is-
decide.
Okay. Anyways, so these are the two right here.
Yeah.
So I think it'd be really neat for necklaces. I think super cool.
So how do you do
Like,
that? You gonna poke a hole
I don't
in
know.
it?
I
Okay,
don't know. I'll figure it
Tell
out.
her trade secret.
I think it's like you put glue on it and some stuff.
Yeah.
Just, piece
Put
of
a
leather.
string, leather, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm so
fishing
excited.
string.
I can't
No,
wait.
it's gonna be cool.
So that's part of Shell.
So anyway, yes,
and
thank you.
You're a
That's
woman of
awesome.
passion, and
Thank you.
this is Jessica Wabbit Burke,
Yes.
and I'm Shell, and we hope that you enjoyed this segment and stay tuned for.
More wonderful stuff from Real
Yeah.
RCTV. Ah. Hi, this is Jessica Wabbit, and I'm here with a reality check today.